Hello friends, welcome to Artificial Brains. I'm back with another video for you. In this episode, we are going to learn about Blue Prism installation. You can check the other videos for why we choose Blue Prism and what is RPA. Let's start with Blue Prism installation. Blue Prism is a leading tool and has endless opportunities in the market. Companies are hiring Blue Prism professionals and we will learn about that as well in this video. Before that, let's check what are the requirements to install Blue Prism. First, Blue Prism being a Windows software, you need Windows 7, Windows 8 or Windows XP. 64-bit is preferred, which you will be using in this program. I am using Windows 7 64-bit. The second one you require is Blue Prism installation software, which could be 64-bit or 32-bit depending on your OS. You can request about Blue Prism software to Blue Prism directly and they may help you with the installation file for a trial version of 15 or 30 days. The next thing you require is the Blue Prism license file, which would be used for licensing the software, and after that only you will be able to use it. The last and the most important thing you need is SQL Server instance, and I am using SQL Server 2012 Express Edition. You can use any SQL Server above 2008 edition that can be 64-bit or 32-bit depending on your operating system. So let's go to installation now. So I've downloaded all the files here. This one is the Blue Prism software file. This is the license file. And this one is the SQL Server. Before starting Blue Prism, you need to have SQL Express installed in the system. So let's get started with the SQL Server installation. You can get SQL Express free trial version from Google search like this. You can search SQL Server 2012 Express Edition, go to Microsoft website and then click on Download here. Click on the first option and it will be downloaded. You can get the installation file on the desktop and you can install it. Double click on it, click on Run, and the installation process will start. It would take about 5 to 6 minutes to get the installation done. So it is setting up the process for the current operation now. You can see the stand-alone installation here. Blue Prism, you can also use enterprise installation, but we are using new SQL standalone installation here. So if you have any other SQL 2005 or 2008 server installation, you can also upgrade it. The setup has started now. Accept the license, check on the boxes and click on Next. Click on Next again. And now it will set up and install the SQL on your system now. During installation, you need to note some values which you will indicate Blue Prism application to instance of SQL Server, and we will see that as we move forward in this video. For installation, you need the database services and not the shared features. So click on Instance Features as default and check the directory. Click on Next. So you need to note down the name of instance and the instance ID here. SQL Express all in caps. We will note this down so that we can use it in linking app of Blue Prism. I will copy the instance ID and in the notepad here, and also the named instance, and click on Next. And also the SQL Server Browser's authority. However, we will not change anything on it and click on Next. Here, we will click on Windows Authentication Mode so that I can use the same logon ID which I used to log in the system, the SQL Server instance. Or else, you can also click on the mixed mode, the server authentication and Windows authentication, but I would be using Windows authentication mode here, and click on Next. Now the installation has started properly. It does not require much knowledge to learn Blue Prism or any other RPA tool. Just being good with algorithms would work, working on Blue Prism, UiPath or Pega, etc. So you can learn very fast if you are good with algorithms, and you can virtually automate any application with this. The main benefit of RPA is that it sits on top of your IT layer, so you don't have to worry about any complex logic. You can simply create any logic which would behave as human layer. RPA will act and work as the humans do. It is almost done now. We can close this tab. The next thing we are going to do is to install the Blue Prism. Double click on it and click on Run. It is the simple installation process. Click on Next, Next, agree the terms and conditions, and click on Next again. This is the name of the folder, so take a note of this as well. You can copy it on the notepad. Install Blue Prism for yourself or anyone who uses this computer. I would do it just me. And click on Next. It will hardly take 30 seconds to complete the installation here. Close. You can see the Blue Prism icon on the desktop. Click on it. It will prompt the startup wherein you need to configure connection to database and install the license. When the first time you start it, you will see that you have to specify database server connection before Blue Prism could function. So here we will click on configure to connection. So let's keep the name as test connection here. Now in the type, you remember we selected Windows Server? We will use Windows Authentication here. These are used when we go on the enterprise level. The Blue Prism server is used when lots of bots are needed to connect to the application server. However, availability group is used for multiple robot setup. SQL Server Authentication and SQL Windows Authentication are the only ones used for the standalone. So I will use SQL Windows Authentication Server. To specify the database server, my database server is localhost/SQL Express. Remember we saved the ID before, so we will keep this, and localhost is the host of the local machine. SQL server should be in caps. In database name, you can write any name. So let's write Blue Prism Training. Now let's try this connection, test connection. It says database Blue Prism Training does not exist. So we need to create this first, and let's click on OK. As clicking on cancel will not save the settings, so we need to click on OK here. Here we will have to create a new database. However, in the new version of Blue Prism, it gives an option to create the database while you are creating a link. Click on OK. Click on File, click on Create Database. You can see here database has been created. See, the connection name has been mentioned and database name is also written, that is Blue Prism Training. Just click on OK and you will see a prompt. The database has been created. Click on OK again, and now if you go on Configure and click on Test Connection, you will see the database is valid. So click on OK again. Default username and password are admin, sign in. So now it will give you an option to create a new password. I will create a new password here. Click on Finish. The password has been successfully amended. OK. So So now you can see here the Blue Prism has been installed successfully. As you can see, these 4 options are not highlighted. This is because we have not installed the license yet. So click on System to install the license. Click on Install New License. Desktop. So we'll go on the Blue Prism folder, click on the license over there, and you can see the license has been successfully installed. As you can see now, all the 4 tabs which were not highlighted then are being highlighted now. So this is all about the installation, guys. We will learn about the tabs and their functions in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment your queries and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video.